الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Math grade 5. We are in chapter 11, lesson 7. Today we want to learn convert customary unit of capacity. Convert customary unit of capacity. See with me now this video to know what the meaning of our lesson today.
We get it. You don't really want your kids watching videos, but it can have certain...
One gallon split into fours is 4 quarts. Take that and divide by 2 and you got a pint. Split that pint up into halves and make a cup. And that cup will fit 8 fluid ounces inside of it. 1 gallon is 4 quarts. Or 8 pints or 16 cups. 1 quart is 2 pints. Or 4 cups or 32 fluid ounces. 1 pint is 2 cups. Or 16 fluid ounces. 1 cup is 8 fluid ounces. A gallon of milk split in 4s makes 4 quarts. Split a quart of milk in half, then a pint is what you'll have. Which can make 2 cups you see often when you drink your school milk carton. If you can drink the milk in 8 sips, each is about an ounce going through your lips. 1 gallon is 4 quarts. Or 8 pints or 16 cups. 1 quart is 2 pints. Or 4 cups or 32 fluid ounces. 1 pint is 2 cups. Or 16 fluid ounces. 1 cup is 8 fluid ounces. Volume is a word that's familiar, and capacity and volume are similar. And though it's easy to assume, capacity is not exactly volume. Capacity is how much something can hold. The amount is always the same. Volume's the measure of what's inside, and that amount can change. 1 gallon is 4 quarts. Or 8 pints or 16 cups. 1 quart is 2 pints. Or 4 cups or 32 fluid ounces. 1 pint is 2 cups. Or 16 fluid ounces. 1 cup is 8 fluid ounces.
This song about our lesson. To know what the meaning of convert customary unit of capacity. Today we want to learn what the meaning of convert customary unit of capacity. What the meaning of capacity? What the meaning of capacity is the measure of how much a container can hold. Is a measure of how much a container can hold. Here we have 4 important rules. It's very important to keep it, to memorize every day. 1 cup. 1 cup. The symbol of cup, C. When you see C here, means we have cup. 1 cup equal 8 fluid ounces. 8 fluid ounces. The symbol of fluid ounces, FLOZ. When you see FLOZ.
Good morning, Dr. Muhammad. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Aqil.
How are you?
I'm fine, alhamdulillah. How are you?
How's the boys and the girls?
Very, very good, alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. Dr. Muhammad, today all of them, boys and girls, 5 and 6, work with Alif. Till now, we didn't reach 50%.
Okay, inshallah.
So just let them have it and ask them. Each one open Alif and ask them what do you see? Okay?
Okay.
Please, today I depend on you.
Inshallah.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Welcome, sir. You're welcome. So 1 cup C equal 8 fluid ounces FLOZ. So when you see FLOZ means we have fluid ounces, When you see C means cup. So the cup is greater than the fluid ounces. The fluid ounces is a small unit to measure the capacity. Then we have the cup. The second rule, 1 pint. The sample PT. When you see PT means we have 1 pint. 1 pint equal to C, 2 cup, and equal 16 fluid ounces. So 1 pint equal 2 cup equal 16 fluid ounces. So 1 pint is the greater unit here, then the cup, then the fluid ounces. The third rule here, we have 1 quart, the sample here QT, 1 quart equal 2 BT, and equal 32 fluid ounces, So 1 quart equal 2 pint and equal 32 fluid ounces. The last rule here, 1 gallon, the sample GAL equal 4 quart, 1 gallon equal 4 quart and equal 128 fluid ounces, So the big unit for capacity now in our lesson, gallon. This is the big one. And the smaller unit, the fluid ounces. Right. Let us watch this video to know how to convert.
الو استاذ.
هلا سعيد.
استاذ شو اسم الدرس الثاني ادخل؟
10.2 Customary Capacity. Alright, so
our lesson today, convert customary unit of capacity. Now put your mic in mute and listen, please.
Essential question is, how can you compare and convert customary units of capacity? Please turn in your Go Math book to lesson 10.2. Let's take a look at question number 2. For question number 2, it says 192 fluid ounces equals how many pints? So we want to look at our customary units of capacity chart to look to see how many ounces are in 1 pint. Now let's see. We can see that 1 cup equals 8 fluid ounces. I see 1 pint equals 2 cups, but I don't see anywhere up here where it says how many ounces equals 1 pint. So we have to go ahead and use this chart to help us figure that out. If I know 1 pint equals 2 cups and 1 cup equals 8 ounces, then it will be 8 ounces for 1 cup plus another 8 ounces for the second cup would equal 16 ounces to equal 1 pint, because there's 2 cups in 1 pint. So now that I've discovered that 16 ounces are in 1 pint, right there, I just said 16 ounces equal 1 pint. Now we want to know, how many pints will 192 ounces be? The way I can do this, if I'm going from a small measurement to a larger measurement, I'm going to have less of these because they're bigger. Therefore, I will be dividing. So my equation is going to be 192 divided by 16 ounces will tell me how many pints. because remember there's 16 ounces in 1 pint. So let's go ahead and do the math. Here we go. I'm going to go ahead and do 192 divided by 16. Go ahead and do that with me. So let's go ahead and start by looking at our hundreds place. All right, if I have one group of 100, I can't divide it into 16 groups. So let's go ahead and take a look at our 19 tens, because we have 19 tens. I can put a group of 10 in each of my 16 groups. We can fit one group of 10 in each. There's my division step. 1 times 16 is 16. Now we're going to subtract and have 3 tens left over and bring down our 2 ones. Now we have 32 ones. All right, if I have 32 ones and I have 16 groups, I know that I can put 2 in each group. 2 times 6 is 12, and 2 times 1 10 is 2 tens, plus 1 more is 3 tens. Therefore, we have 0 left over. So I would say that 192 ounces equals 12 pints. All right, let's all take a look at question number 3 together. Number 3 says 15 pints will equal how many cups? So let's take a look at our chart up above here. And we have 1 pint is equal to 2 cups. Now remember, pints are bigger than cups. So if you're converting to cups, you're going to have more cups because pints are bigger. So you're going to have more of these if you're changing it to cups, which means we're going to multiply. So if I have 15 pints will equal how many cups? And if 1 pint equals 2 cups, your operation needs to be multiplied. So you should do 15 times 2. And so you can say 30 cups is the same value as 15 pints. Let's go ahead and skip over number 4 and let's go to question number 5. Number 5 says 32 quarts is equal to how many gallons? Well, I'm going from a smaller unit to a larger unit. Whenever you go from a small unit to a larger unit, you're going to divide. So I have 32 quarts equals how many gallons? Well, let's come up here and look at the quarts. I see that 1 gallon is equal to 4 quarts. So if I have 1 gallon equals 4 quarts, how many gallons would equal 32 quarts? Remember, when you go from a small unit to a larger unit, you're going to divide. And if I know 4 quarts equals 1 gallon, I'm going to plug in 32 quarts divided by 4, because 4 quarts are in 1 gallon. 32 divided by 4 I know is 8, because 8 times 4 is 32. So 8 gallons is the same value as 32 quarts. Now on number 6, we're going to convert quarts to cups. We're going from a big unit down to a smaller unit. Let's look at our chart. Do we see anything up here about quarts to cups? I see pints to cups, and I see quarts to pints, but I don't see anything up here about quarts to cups. So we have to use our math skills to figure this one out. Let's look and see what we know. We know 1 pint is equal to 2 cups. So if here's a pint, and I know inside this pint I can fit 2 cups. We also know that there are 2 pints that will equal 1 quart. So I'm going to draw another pint right here. And we know 2 cups are in a pint. So if we can see up here that 1 quart is the same value as 2 pints, here's my 2 pints, this is the same value as 1 quart. And we've learned that 2 cups are in 1 pint. Do you see how that works? So we should know that 1 quart, which is 2 pints, is really equal to 4 cups as well. So now that we've discovered that 1 quart is the value of 4 cups, I'm going to write that right here, just for our chart to have that as well, because we've discovered that. Now we can answer this question. I'm going from a big unit down to a smaller unit, which means I'm going to have more cups than quarts, because cups are smaller. And we've discovered 4 cups are in 1 quart. So if I have 10 quarts, We want to multiply because we're going from a big unit down to a small unit. So we're going to have more of these. So we're going to multiply. So our equation should be 10 times 4 because 4 cups are in 1 quart. So if we have 10 quarts times 4 cups, we're going to have the value of 40 cups. For number 8, we're going to talk about converting pints to gallons. Now, pints are smaller than gallons. We can fit how many pints inside 1 gallon? Let's go ahead and look and see up here to help us figure that part out. I know 1 gallon is equal to 4 quarts, and I know 1 quart equals 2 pints. So if I know 1 gallon equals 4 quarts, I'm going to draw 4 quarts right here. Those are my quarts. I'll put a little Q inside each one. Now I know that has a value of a gallon. Now according to my chart, I know each quart has 2 pints that can fit inside of it. So I'm going to put a little P for pint right here. So now we can see that if I have 4 quarts, this equals a gallon, but so does this equal a gallon because it has the same value. So let's count up how many pints are in 1 gallon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I've learned that 1 gallon also equals 8 pints. Now that we've learned that, let's talk about our operation we're going to do. Remember, when you go from a small unit to a larger unit, you're going to have less of these because it's a bigger capacity. So let's see what we know. If I have 72 pints and I know 8 pints equals 1 gallon, I'm dividing because this is a bigger unit. Small to large, you divide. So let's do 72 pints divided by 8 pints will be 9 gallons. So if I had 9 gallons, that would have the same value as 72 pints. Okay, for number 10, we're going to compare using inequalities of either less than, greater than, or equal to. For number 10, we have 17 quarts and we have 4 gallons. We want to put them both in the same type of unit of measurement so it's easier to compare. So let's go ahead and move these 4 gallons to quarts. So let's talk about how many quarts would 4 gallons be. If 1 gallon is equal to 4 quarts, we're going from big to small, so we're going to multiply because you're going to have more. 4 gallons times 4 quarts would be 16 quarts. And I wrote 16 quarts because, remember, 4 quarts are in 1 gallon. So we'd have 4 gallons. So it'd be 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4, which equals 16. So as you can see, 17 quarts is greater than 4 gallons, only by 1 quart. Let's take a look at number 12. Now we've talked about converting pints to gallons back on a previous question that we've already had. So let's quickly redraw that example. Remember we've talked about how 4 quarts are in 1 gallon. There's my 4 quarts, and there's 2 pints for each quart. So we discovered that there were 8 pints per gallon. So when we're comparing pints and gallons, let's go ahead and change this gallons to pints. If I know in 1 gallon there are 8 pints, then 100 gallons we'd have 800 pints. Now, do you see which would be greater? Would it be 400 pints or 800 pints? Obviously 800 pints, which also equals 100 gallons. All right, for number 16 at the very bottom of your page, it says Vicki made a recipe for 144 fluid ounces of scented candle wax. How many 1-cup candle molds can she fill with the recipe? So because we're trying to figure out how many cups, we're going from a small amount, which is ounces, to a larger amount, which is cups. Remember, whenever you go from a small amount, which has a lot of them, to a bigger amount, which will have less, you're going to divide. So our division is going to be 144 divided by, let's look at our chart and see, there are 8 ounces in 1 cup, so we're going to divide by 8. So 144 ounces divided by 8 ounces will tell us how many cups that would be. Let's go ahead and do our math. We have a 1 in our hundreds place. We cannot give a 100 to each of our 8 groups, so let's look at our tens. We have 14 tens. Each of our 8 groups can have one group of 10, so put a 1 in my tens place. Let's multiply. 1 times 8 is 8. Let's subtract. 14 minus 8 is 6. And now let's bring down our ones right here. So now we have 64 ones to divide with my 8 groups. I know if I have 64 ones and have 8 groups, I know my facts that 8 times 8 is 64. So I'm going to put an 8 up top. Now let's multiply 8 times 8, which is 64. We're going to subtract to see how many are left. 0. So I can actually say that my answer is 18 cups can be made with 144 fluid ounces. Now for question number 17, let's look at our chart and see if we can figure this one out. It says a recipe calls for 32 fluid ounces of heavy cream. So let's look at our information we know about ounces. We know 8 ounces equals 1 cup. Now let's look at our question. How many 1 pint containers of heavy cream are needed to make the recipe? We haven't learned in our capacity chart here how many ounces are in 1 pint, but using our information we can figure that out. If I have 2 cups equals 1 pint, and 1 cup is 8 ounces, well, let's just draw the model. We have 1 cup, 1 cup. So that's 2 cups. 2 cups equals 1 pint. So this is the value of 1 pint. Let's talk about the ounces. If 8 ounces are in each of our cups, and this whole value is 1 pint, then you can see that there are 16 ounces in a pint. All right, so because of that information, now we can figure our question out. A recipe calls for 32 fluid ounces. How many 1 pint containers of heavy cream are needed to make the recipe? Remember, we have 16 ounces equals 1 pint. So if you have 32 ounces and 16 ounces equals 1 pint, then how many 1 pint containers of heavy cream are needed to make the recipe? Go ahead and write your answer down. Now, if you said the answer should be 2, you are correct, because 2 times 16 is 32. So you would have 2 1 pint containers. All right, boys and girls, go ahead and turn your page over to the back side. I want you to do your best to do questions 1 and 2. Read them carefully. I've given you this chart up here to help you on your questions so you can convert anything you need to. Also do questions 3 through 6 for a quick review. And at the top of this page, please write down if you're a novice, number 2 apprentice, number 3 practitioner, or number 4 expert, so you can rate yourself. And remember, tomorrow in class, we're going to be doing more questions just like these to get really good at them and to really have an understanding about capacity. So go ahead, boys and girls, and finish out these questions, and we'll check them tomorrow in class. Have a great night.
Okay, this is the meaning of how to convert customary unit of capacity. Now, we have here example 1. The question, convert. What's the meaning of 3C? What's the meaning of C here? See, when you see the letter here, C, means we have cup. We have cup. What's the meaning of L, FLOZ? Fluid ounces. Fluid ounces. So, how to convert from the cup to the fluid ounces? The first idea, the relationship between the cup and the fluid ounces, each one cup equal 8 fluid ounces. Each 1 cup equal 8 fluid ounces. And the cup, the unit here, cup, greater than the unit of fluid ounces. So we must do multiply. We must do multiply because here we want to convert from the big unit to the small unit. From the big unit to the small unit. So I can write 3 cup multiply by 8. 3 times 8 will be 24 fluid ounces. So 3 cup equal what? 24 fluid ounces. 24 fluid ounces. Example 2 here. We want to convert from 18 pint or PT to the quart. Now, the relationship between PT on and QT, 1 PT, 1 QT, 1 QT equal to PT. 1 quart equal to pint. So QT greater than PT. QT greater than PT. So here we want to convert from small unit PT to the big unit QT. When you want to convert from small unit to the big unit, do divide. And the relationship here, 1 QT equal to PT. So I can write here 18 PT, 18 PT divide by 2. 18 divide by 2, 18 divide by 2 equal 9. So 18 PT equal 9 QT. 18 pint equal 9 quart. Example 3. We want to convert 25, what's the meaning of GAL, gallon, to the quart, QT. What is the relationship between gallon and quart? 1 gallon equal 4 quart. 1 gallon equal 4 quart. So here I want to convert from big unit to the small unit, So do multiply. So I can write now 25 GAL, gallon, multiply, but the relationship between gallon and quart for 25 multiplied by 4 equal 100. So 25 gallon equal 100 QT or quart. Example 4, we want to convert from 4 cup, how many ounces? 4 cup, how many ounces? What is the relationship between the cup and the fluid ounces? Each one cup equal 8 fluid ounces. So we want to convert from big unit to the small unit. So do multiply. So I can write now 4 cup multiply by the relationship here 8. 4 times 8 equal 32. Fluid ounces. Example 5 here we want to compare. Between which greater, which less than 5 quart and 10 pint. Which greater? I cannot compare directly because we have different unit. So what I do, try to change to the same units. The easy way, convert from big unit to the small unit, the easy way. So here I can convert from quart to the pint. How? The relationship between QT and PT, 1 QT equal 2 PT. So I can take 5 quart or QT. So here I want to change from QT to the PT, from big unit to the small unit. So multiply. Then the relationship here will be 2. So I can write 5 times 2 equal 10 PT. So 5 quart equal 10 pint. So means here equal. So the value of 5 quart equal 10 pint. Here we want to compare 300 fluid ounces and 2 gallons. Which greater? I cannot compare directly because I have different units here. Try to make it like units. like units. How? The easy way, try to change from gallon, try to convert from gallon to the fluid ounces. What is the relationship between gallons and fluid ounces? Each one gallon equal 128 fluid ounces. Each 1 gallon equal 128 fluid ounces. So take the big unit and try to convert from gallon to the fluid ounces. So take 2 gallons and the relationship between gallons and fluid ounces equal 128. So we can write here 2 times 128 equal 256 fluid ounces. So now here we have 256. Which greater now? 256 or 300? 300 greater than 256. So the value of 300 fluid ounces, 300 fluid ounces is greater than the value of 2 gallons. The value of 2 gallons. Now we have this example. Compare. Here we have mixed number. We have 2 and 3 over 4 quart and 5 1 over 2 pint. And the relationship here between quart and pint, each 1 quart equal 2 pint. Now I want from all students to prepare your paper or notebook and to solve this example and tell me what is the answer here, greater than, less than, or equal. Let's restart. I want from all students to prepare your notebook or paper and try to solve it with me. Yet, what is the answer now? Greater than, less than, or equal?
Mr. 2 PT greater than 5 PT.
Okay, maybe. Thank you. Who has
Mr. Me.
Yes. Tell me. Tell me, please. Yes. Yes. Tell me. Okay. Who has the different answer?
Mr. Me.
Yes. Tell me.
5.5 pints is greater than 2 3/4 of a quart.
Okay. Thank you. Maybe. Thank you. Who has the different? Who has else? Boys, girls, who has else?
Mr. 5.5 pints is greater than 2 3/4 quarters.
Okay, thank you, maybe, thank you. We will check.
Mister,
Yes.
the right greater than the left. 5 greater than the 2.
Okay. Thank you, maybe, thank you. Right. Let us check together. The first step, we want to convert from the big unit to the small unit. Because here directly I cannot compare because I have different units. I cannot compare directly here because I have different units. So try to convert, to change from big unit to the small unit here to get the like units. So, but the first idea here, we have mixed number. Try to change it to the fraction. How? 2 times 4 will be 8. 8 plus 3 will be 11. So here 11 over the same denominator, over 4. And here we have the unit QT, quart. When you want to change from quart to pint, the relationship here 1 QT equal to PT. So from big unit to the small unit, multiply. So multiply by 2 equal now 2 times 11 equal 22 over 4. Now do simplest form. The GCF between 22 and 4 will be 2. So divide up and down by 2. 22 divide by 2. 22 divide by 2 will be 11. And 4 divide by 2. 4 divide by 2 will be 2. Then 11 divide by 2. 11 divide by 2 will be 5. And half will be 5 and half. So 11 over 4 equal 5 and half BT, equal 5 and half BT. So as you see here, equal, because here I have 5 and half. So I can write here 2 and 3 over 4 equal, sorry here, quart QT equal 5 and half PT. Okay, this is our lesson today. Now, who has a question now? What? Yes.
No.
It's clear for all? It's clear for all? Yes. So what is the title of our lesson today? What we learned today?
Mr.
Yes.
Convert customary units of
Capacity.
capacity.
Great. Yes. Right. It's clear for all. So let us to take attendance now.
Yes.
I want to remember you when you finish your schedule. We have many lessons in Aleph program. Please go to your account directly and try to solve it. We have many lessons from the first term and second term. You can solve it as a revision, please. We'll start the calls. Today, Wednesday, the first period. Asil. Aliazia.
Here.
Aliazia Saeed. Aliazia. Absent. Okay. Jude.
Here.
Rinad. Absent. Okay. Rawda Nasir. Rawda. Absent. Shamsa Faisal.
Here, Mister.
شيخة حمد.
Yes.
شيخة بدر. شيخة بدر. شيخة بدر. absent. اوكي عليا. عليا خالد. عليا absent. لطيفة.
Yes, Mr.
yes thank you. لين. لين. لين absent. ماريا.
Mr.
okay. مروة.
Yes, Mr.
okay. مريم. مريم
Yes,
فضلي.
Mr.
thank you.
Yes, Mr.
yes thank you. مهرة فيصل. اوكي مهرة. مو سعيد.
Yes, Mr.
thank you موزة. نغم جهاد.
Here, Mr.
okay. نورة. نورة الأحبابي. نورة ظافر الأحبابي. نورة absent. اوكي هاجر. اوكي مهر. مهر.
نعم مستر.
okay great great. all girls you can eat now. we'll start by the boys. اوكي بطي.
أروح صوت تسمعني؟
اسمعك. اوكي حارب. حارب المقبالي. حارب. اوكي حمد علي.
نعم مستر.
جيد حمد. منصور علي. منصور علي الكعبي. منصور علي الكعبي. حمدان الكعبي.
نعم أستاذ.
جريت. خالد خليل.
نعم أستاذ.
جريت.
غادر.
يس. زايد سعيد. زايد سعيد. زايد.
يس.
يس. سعيد محمد.
نعم أستاذ.
جريت. دانيال هير. دانيال. دانيال.
مستر.
اوكي. سلطان علي. سلطان علي. سلطان علي جمعة الكعبي. أحسن. سلطان غازي. سلطان غازي. سلطان غازي العتيبي. أبسنت.
مستر.
عامر أحمد الكعبي. عامر. عامر. أبسنت. أوكي عبد الله الحمادي.
أستاذ موجود. نعم.
عامر موجود. أوكي.
أستاذ عبد الله الحمادي موجود.
أوكي عبد الله.
أستاذ
عبد الله.
اطلع.
يس عبد الله راشد. عبد الله راشد.
نعم أستاذ. نعم.
أوكي. عبد الله الجابري. عبد الله الجابري.
نعم أستاذ.
جريت. عبد الله الأحبابي. عبد الله مسعود. عبد الله مسعود الأحبابي. عبد الله. عمر الشامسي.
Here, Mister.
Great. فلاح. فلاح الشرياني.
Here, Mister.
مايد.
نعم.
Great. محمد أحمد الحمادي. محمد الحمادي. Great. Okay. محمد سعيد.
نعم أستاذ.
Great. محمد سهيل. محمد سهيل. محمد سهيل العامري. absent. اوكي. مطاوع. مطاوع سيف. مطاوع. معاذ.
Here.
Great.
مستر
Okay. Yes.
بس أنا ريناد، بس لما كنت أفتح المايك علق معي شوي الأيباد فصار يعلق شوي، فما قدرت أحكي لك
Okay.
أجاوبك.
Okay, no problem. I will put you present, no problem. Okay, thank you, Rinad.
Okay.
So this is our lesson today. Have a nice day. See you tomorrow, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.